new you, right? That's what they say.
But today it's Nude Year.
Yes, Happy Nude Year on the Mike and Molson Too Good for You. What would you would expect nothing less than that from us, right?
Flying into 2024 like a brand new baby.
Yeah, just flopping around for everyone to see. And we say that because there was a gentleman who just stripped it all off and said, you know what, I'm taking a dip.
Take it to Alabama, and Bass Pro Shops, if you haven't been in one of them, kind of like Shields we have here, they've got a big aquarium where you can go. Look, there's all kinds of things going on. So man is in custody now. Apparently, right about closing time, 42-year-old guy was driving and acting erratically, crashed his vehicle into a pole in the store parking lot.
Okay.
Got out of his vehicle, stripped nude.
Why you got to do that?
Ran into Bass Pro Shop and jumped into an aquarium.
I hope something got nibbled because of it.
Video taken by bystanders show the man to do a cannonball into the aquarium.
Hands up, cannonball!
And then he went and stood under the waterfall.
When you do a you know what? We've talked about good nude and bad nude over the years. Yeah. I feel like a cannonball nude could be fraught with, depending on the impact, could cause some major damage.
And you probably do have to be careful there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if you're standing in Bass Pro Shops, naked guy runs past you, runs up the stairs, does a cannonball into the aquarium, you go, this is a good day. I'm glad I was here to see that.
It's a story you'll share with people forever.
Like that was,
out of all those trips to the Bass Pro Shop, that would be the most exciting one.
I came in here to get a pair of sneakers, but look what I got.
Yeah, exactly. Came here to get some bait and instead I saw that.
2 police officers started walking up the stairs. The man got out of the water, yelled something at the officers, and then dove back into the water. You'll never catch me!
Yeah, I'm going to get away. I'm going to swim away with these fish. I live with them now. They're my people.
He continued to shout before he climbed over the side of the aquarium and then fell to the concrete floor below, knocking himself out.
Oh, no. So he's just there splayed out nude, crack showing.
Officers handcuffed the man. That's when a brave citizen came along and grabbed a blanket from the camping section of Bass Pro Shops and politely covered the man.
Does the Good Samaritan doesn't have to pay for that blanket? Because you're not reselling that blanket.
Police say the man was in the water for about 5 minutes before officers arrived. Those poor fish. I was like, what is
going on here? Imagine, though, if you're an eel and you go, hey, welcome to the neighborhood. Got a new person here.
George Owens is charged with public lewdness.
Of course he should.
My favorite charge.
Yes.
Disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, assault on a police officer, 2 counts of first-degree criminal mischief. That's when you're swinging it around.
Yeah, whoa, helicopter.
Yeah. And 2 counts of reckless endangerment. Doesn't say anything about endangering the wildlife that are trapped in that poor. They can't get away.
Yeah, the poor fish getting knocked around by something there.
Banging their nose into the glass. Get me out of here!
Yeah, I don't need to see this. Oh, God, I know I want a little change of pace, but not this way.
I hope he yelled the word cannonball as he did a cannonball like you're supposed to.
Considering he yelled.
Cannonball!
Oh, I'm sure he did. He better have.
Cannonballs!
Yeah, hey, check it out, fishies. Cannonballs. 2 of them right here for you. Slinging
splash.
It. Yeah, curse splash indeed, fwop. Speaking of fwopness, let me introduce you to Ilter Turkman, who is a wealthy banker, just so happens to be from Turkey, Mr. Turkman. He sought the services of Dr. Haluk Salamez because old Mr. Turkman wanted to enhance his 4.7-inch penis.
Okay.
So in legal documents, Turkman asserts that Dr. Salamez assured him a minimum increase of 1.1 inches in both length and girth. By the way, you want to ensure that. Nugenics. She'll like it too. But reports suggest that
girth. God almighty.
He wanted length and girth, which seems like you're being greedy. It should be either one or the other. You either want to lengthen that thing out or girth it up. You don't want. You can't get both. You can't live in a world where you get both the same.
I'm just doing the percentages there because let's just call it 5 inches.
Yes.
So you go an inch longer and an inch wider.
I don't think you can do that. But Dr. Salamez says,
frightening.
Come on in. I can give you an inch this way and an inch this way. And Dr. Salamez...
And then what are you going to do?
Right, exactly.
You're going to scare people.
Yes. So, but apparently, the procedure performed in January 2022 resulted in disaster, leaving Turkmen not girthier or lengthier, but smaller and scarred.
Oh.
Yeah, so Turkmen wanted length and girth. He flew too close to the sun.
He did.
You can't have both. Instead of the anticipated increase of up to 2 inches, Turkmen claims that the operation reduced him to a mere 4.3. So he lost 0.4. He wanted 1.1. He's down 0.4.
I hate to, but I have to ask, are we talking about in its resting state, or are we talking in its
but why would you
state?
Why would you want lengthier resting? That doesn't do anything, right?
Because it expands.
Yes, but I'm assuming this is full bore.
Some people are showers, not growers.
That I know all too well about that. Trust me, I know all too well about that. The whole, oh no, it's you've not hit puberty yet. Oh, wait a second, maybe you have.
So this is it, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Wait a second. Hold on a second. Wait for it. Wait for it. And then there's more.
That's kind of the same thing, just in a different position. What's going on?
What's going on here? I'm assuming this is full bore.
Okay. I guess so. I would guess so.
I would guess so. So you can't say this. The enraged banker is now seeking roughly 13,000 lira in compensation. Doctors performed a second procedure to address the bleeding and limit the damage following the attempt at extending his manhood. But Turkmen claims he still endured excruciating pain as a result of the alleged botched surgery, hindering his ability to walk for a month.
Golly.
In his legal filing, Turkmen contends that the bungled operation not only caused severe pain, but also disfigured his already diminished penis with noticeable scars. My noticeably diminished penis with my scars.
To me, this sounds like, maybe there's somebody in Beverly Hills that's doing this on the regular, but it does sound like one of those operations you go to Guatemala or Turkey or the Philippines or just some place where you don't normally...
Who's promising you, besides our friends at Nugenics, extra girth and length?
They're not promising that. They're promising man boosting.
That's true.
We don't know what that is.
We're not quite sure what it is,
but she likes it.
She does.
She likes it.
You
seen the look on her face in those commercials?
Oh, yeah.
The little coy.
And I don't know if she likes it from you as much as she likes it from the Big Hurt.
Right.
And not so much Doug Flutie. When he says the line, he doesn't get much reaction.
I blush when the Big Hurt says that.
Yeah, and then she'll, I go, whoa. I get a little titillated down there.
Okay, sign me up.
The doctor says there's no fault in the procedure I performed. His defense team argues that due to the...
It's on you.
Exactly.
It's your stupid penis.
Not my procedure. It's your damn dumb penis. His defense team argues that due to the patient's anatomical structure... he's blaming... It's all on the penis. Turkmen and your penis.
Yeah.
He says there.
Look, I'm a doctor. I'm not a miracle worker.
He says there was risk of the operation resulting in no elongation or less elongation than average because your dumb penis, Turkmen.
Oh, man.
The doctor also denies making any specific commitments to the patients regarding length or girth and challenge claims that the size of Turkmen's penis decreased following the surgery. Yeah. The defense contends that Turkmen's demand for compensation is excessive, characterizing it as an attempt at unjust enrichment. The filing states, quote, the plaintiff received a big bill from another doctor demanding this fee as material compensation for his treatment is groundless, aimed at unjust enrichment, and unacceptable because of his dumb penis.
I have many, many questions, but we just don't have that kind of time.
No, not in the Too Good for Radio podcast, even though we really have no, kind of time restraint. But I'd like the fact that the doctor's response is, I did it fine, your penis is to blame. Speaking of your penis... Massage parlor.
Yeah, this is kind of the thing.
I feel bad for massage parlors.
I do too. And I think that's probably part of the problem. I think was when you call it a parlor, a massage parlor.
Yes,
that implies.
Why is it that immediately,
if you say you're going to a massage therapist,
it's a different. But your massage parlor people think, oh, that's on the sly. I know what happens there.
It sounds kind of seedy, doesn't it?
It does. And especially certain ones bring it upon themselves. If you just have a sign that says massage and you're in a strip mall, people are going to assume they're going to go in there and drop their pants. They're going to give you the old Turkmen.
There's a couple of places in town that are just kind of either in a strip mall or even worse, behind a strip mall.
Yeah.
Just a little bit far enough off the road where you go, what's going on?
There's one on Wabash in a certain area that is so
that's
far
the one
removed.
that's the one I'm thinking of.
It's so far removed from the street, but just says massage, and it looks like an old hotel.
Something, yeah. I made a wrong turn at Steak and Shake, and that's the only reason I know that's there.
Yeah, I would.
And I apologize. It may very well be a reputable place, but
be.
you got to work on your signage, and just your general appeal. But unless
that is the
what's
thing that's
going
happening
on
there.
is what we think, but we don't know. We don't know.
We don't know. I would never frequent that, but
we're not going to find out. So, because this is such a pervasive thought that people have, that you go into the massage parlor and something else happens, that it's a full body massage, meaning. So this poor owner of La Massage Thai Remedial and Day Spa.
That's an interesting name.
Work on your name.
Yeah, work on your name. It may sound good to certain people, but not so much.
Was apparently that name was inviting people for coming in the door and saying, here's another $50. What are we going to do here?
Hey, can you give me the Disney as the happy ending?
And so they have put a sign out front under the word La Massage. It now says non-sexual in capital letters.
Just to let you know, no one will be touching that area.
We get phone calls and some people just come in and ask for it. When we first opened, there were quite a lot of men asking, according to the owner. I think it's best that we have a sign because we want to make sure that ladies come in and feel welcome. This is a clean place here at La Massage. And we don't do that. It's a professional massage. And that's unfortunate.
That they have to. It's unfortunate they have to go to that extreme.
And that there is an association with Asian massage places.
Or La Massage.
La Massage. Thai massage.
Anything exotic.
And that's
immediately.
Unfortunate. That's not fair.
No, it's not. Anything exotic sounding, immediately guys are going to be like, hey, can you massage the one part?
According to this poorly written sentence in the article, the sign has been placed on the front desk to hammer the point home.
No, you can't say that. You're undercutting their validity if they say non-sexual. And you're like, but we're really hammering it home. Oh, okay. It's code. I get it now. Wink, wink.
But locals are complaining about the sign in the window.
Why?
On a community Facebook page saying it's disturbing, claiming it was at eye level with school children who would therefore be able to read it. Look, you can put it up. You can put it wherever you want, and the kids are going to go, bah!
But here's the thing. Don't you want it to be known that that's not happening there? Would you rather the weirdo guys drive in near the school
and other
who are willing to drop trowel and be like, hey, I want a massage?
That's right. And other residents have argued that the sign is essential for the business. It played a crucial role in safeguarding workers from unwelcome penises.
Underwelcome Turkmens.
And it's just an annoying misunderstanding when people ask for that kind of stuff because we're doing a good thing here, but I don't think about the kids walking past. I don't want to have any problem if parents are upset about the sign. I just want people to know that when you come get a massage, there are no-go spaces on you.
Correct.
That we don't touch.
We would not touch the down there areas at La Massage. There are ways to perish and leave this mortal coil. Mm-hmm. And then there are terrible ways to leave this world. Let me introduce you to poor Russian woman Elena Spiryakova. She died recently of, quote, genital rupture.
Oh, my God.
She sustained when she fell off a high-speed jet ski her husband was driving.
Wow.
So Elena Spiryakova was enjoying a day on the Samara River in July with her husband, Oleg Spiryakova.
Right.
I drive jet ski fast.
Right.
You hang on to me. I'm like Russian bear.
Lake Babushka is only thawed for 1 week of the year. We ski now.
We must get the jet ski out. I did not pay so many rubles to only use it for one day.
That's right.
When she fell into the water as he accelerated away, after another turn, the woman could not stay on the jet ski and fell into the water. And in that moment, her husband hit the gas. She sustained a serious hydraulic injury.
Oh, wow. Really?
The impact of the fall created a water hammer effect.
Oh, my Lord.
Which occurs when a fluid in motion stops or is forced to change direction suddenly, causing her to suffer a genital rupture.
Oh, that's awful.
So Oleg's hitting. I'm going to hammer down.
Yes.
Hold on, Elena Spirakova. Oleg's going to hammer it down. And she fell off, and he just hit the hammer and the sickle, and and the genital ruptured.
Oh, God almighty. I mean,
isn't
that why they tell you to like cross your legs when you're on a water slide?
Yes, right. So you don't want the genital rupturing.
Yeah, we've learned that this is a problem. It hasn't gotten to Russia yet.
They say a uterine rupture can cause acute onset abdominal pain and vaginal bleeding, according to the National Institutes of Health. Spirakova was rushed to a local hospital in aftermath, but eventually succumbed to her injuries.
That's horrifying.
Can you imagine going in there and be like, what are you looking at, Doc? Well, I'm looking at the genital rupture.
Yeah, ladies, I know you like that shower massage with the removable head. Just be
But
careful.
watch yourself.
Be careful.
You don't want
I'm saying.
You don't want to rupture your... In Russia, genital rupture you.
Go ahead and have some fun, but just be careful.
Yeah, Oleg is facing a criminal charge for causing death by negligence, and Spirakova's family says a criminal case has begun because he just sped off when she fell off, and then the next thing you know, her genitals ruptured.
Click Orlando has given us a list of how many people have been killed by alligators in Florida. The number may surprise you.
Pretty high, I would imagine.
It's not high, but it's enough to... So since 1948, there have been over 450 alligator bites, 30 of them being fatal.
Well, that's not as bad as I would think.
Not a lot, but the way people have died from alligators is one of those things where you go, I think you probably needed to die from doing that.
Okay. What are some of the worst ones?
Just last year, Gloria Surge, her dog was attacked while on a walk, and so she went into the water trying to rescue the dog.
That's a lot of love for your dog, and I get it. But when a gator grabs Spunky, or whatever the hell you want to call your dog, you just let it go, man.
In 2022, 49-year-old Sean McGinnis was killed while retrieving golf frisbees.
No, man. Once again, when it's gone, it's gone. It's kind of like those people who end up falling headfirst into the porta potty when they drop the phone. Just let it go, man.
2019, Jardin Battle, 31, was killed while trying to evade police, and so he swam across a pond in Fort Myers.
That's karma.
Yeah. We've got a 61-year-old who was killed snorkeling with alligators.
Oh.
Another guy in 2007, Justo Pardon.
What? Pardon me?
Justo Pardon.
Justo Pardon?
36, killed trying to evade police, again, swimming across.
Come on, Justo. You got to be smarter than that.
Kevin Murray, also swimming. 2004.
Don't go in the water in Florida. They have gators there, you idiots.
Yeah, Janie Melsick, 54, seized by an alligator while landscaping near the water's edge.
No! That kind of sucks. All she's doing is trying to make it beautiful. Like, I'm going to plant this flower right here, and it's going to really make this pond pop. And the next thing you know, she's eaten by an alligator.
Wading in a river, several snorkeling, swimming. And so they have a list of the best way to stay safe from alligators. Number 1, avoid them entirely.
That would be, yes, obviously.
Don't feed them.
Yeah, I want to see them up close.
Right.
Yeah, you become the food.
Don't throw fish scraps in trash cans. We've got raccoons here.
Okay, they have gators
They've
that'll
got
come.
alligators.
Good to know. Don't throw those in your trash can.
Follow directions on signs. So if the sign says, don't swim, alligators here,
Don't swim, because there's alligators here.
Swim in the daylight. Alligators are most active at night.
Okay.
That's not very comforting, is it?
What, that they're more active at
That
night?
if you swim at night and there's alligators, you're probably okay.
No, if you swim during the day.
I'm sorry. That's what I mean. Yeah.
You're right, exactly.
There's alligators, but they really aren't active until nighttime.
That's not super comforting.
Because if you cannonball with your cannonballs...
Oh, they're going to grab that. They're going to think they're turtles.
Even if it's high noon...
They think it's turtle eggs.
And there's an alligator around.
They will clomp down on that like no one's business.
And also keep an eye on children and pets because alligators love them.
Yeah, they do. They love doing that. Unfortunate circumstance indeed.
Yeah.
Before we get to another terrible way of passing, I want to say an unfortunate circumstance, but you should know better. This is a woman who makes some OnlyFans content. She's a 23-year-old who skyrocketed to stardom in 2023 with her TikTok videos, amassing over 11 million likes, where she candidly shares stories about finding men to film content with, and how she has a roster of men she dates. So she has OnlyFans, makes content there and like Pornhub and stuff, but also has TikTok to where she explains the process of getting these here men's to shoot content with. Only problem is, during the filming of said content, apparently she has accidentally now gotten pregos.
Oh.
How does that happen? I understand the, pardon the pun, ins and outs of the content you're making, but shouldn't you ensure that you have the correct things to make sure that doesn't happen when doing that?
Hope so.
When doing that kind of career?
I mean, there are no guarantees.
Right, correct. But it'd be like I am a person who goes and dives with sharks.
Correct.
But guess what? I don't wear the shark suit. I don't have the shark cage. I just raw shark it.
Yes.
Something bad is going to happen in those regards.
Yeah.
So now people are asking, are you still going to make content? Because people are gross. And asking if she's still going to make content throughout the pregnancy. She doesn't know if she's going to keep said baby.
Oh, God.
But here's the thing. Be more vigilant. If that's how you're making your money, make sure that doesn't happen. There's a lot of ways you can go about that.
It sounds like from what you described, the content is with randos.
Yes.
Plus, she dates all kinds of men.
Right.
All the time.
Correct. So apparently, though, that she does know, she at least thinks she knows which man would be the father of this one.
She can narrow it down to 7.
She's a walking Maury episode. Send her to boot camp to figure it out.
That's incredible.
Another terrible way to pass involving animals, though. You had one real quick about a woman whose time was just up. This is like a Final Destination way of dying.
Oh goodness, yeah. This was amazing.
Yes.
Okay, here it is. I'm sorry. A driver, Maryland, Route 6, near Port Tobacco Road, struck a deer.
Okay.
The deer then went airborne and hit another driver.
Oh.
So it wasn't even, so man, I mean.
So it's not the person that hit the deer that died. The deer gets jettisoned into the air, much like Elena Sebrikova. Genital rupture onto someone else's car?
Yeah. 50-year-old woman traveling eastbound and minding her own business.
Oh, can you imagine just suddenly deer? Like you're just driving and all of a sudden a deer flies out and that's how you go?
Yeah. The deer became airborne, collided with a Toyota Tundra traveling westbound, and it crashed through the vehicle passenger side and struck the driver. So came in on the passenger side.
And the deer in its last thralls of life says, I'm taking someone with me.
Too, yeah. Then the person then went off the roadway and ran into trees and pronounced dead on the scene. So I mean,
so it wasn't the deer.
All of it, all of the above, everything.
Well, the deer in a way took them out, but it was because, as most of us would, if a deer crashed through your windshield, you would lose all focus on the road, and then you go off the road.
It's possible the deer killed the person, and then the car just went zombie.
And the idiot who, I don't want to say idiot because deers come out of nowhere.
Right.
And the deers are idiots. They just stand there and get hit by the cars. But the person who initially hit the deer, fine.
Yeah.
But it's the person who was driving when the deer went airborne and then crashed through the car that ends up perishing.
And I think that's the point. There are times when your number's up.
And it's Final Destination.
If you go vagina first into a Russian lake
with Oleg,
I mean the chances of all those things happening.
True.
Sometimes your number's up. It's horrible.
Yes,
but
it is
sometimes
horrible.
you go. If it was probably just there was really no no other outcome here other than, and then you got a guy jumping into a Bass Pro Shops aquarium, and he's gonna be fine.
Yes, exactly.
The one who probably should be dead in all of these stories.
Exactly, is the one that ends up being okay. That's just how the way the world works. Here's another person really quickly. We got a couple more things here on the Too Good for Radio podcast.
Hit it.
This guy should be dead. The guy in Pennsylvania who was doing things with a horse, right?
Yeah, we got a guy who was 37-year-old. Esmeling Lopez Martinez.
We got some great names. Turkman.
Esmeling Lopez Martinez. 37 years old.
Uh-huh.
Old enough to know better.
Oh, God, yeah.
But sometimes when you're horny, you're horny.
True. That's what the internet's for.
And any port in a storm. And this port in this storm just happened to be a miniature pony.
No, you can't do that to such an adorable creature.
Yeah.
I don't even want to. Why?
Yeah.
Just why?
Why
I get it. You feel Randy and everything else. But come on. Why that poor horse?
Yeah. Let me see.
It's so weird to me that the extremes that people go to with their weird kinks.
Yeah.
It's just beyond me.
He faces charging alleging he had sexual intercourse with a miniature pony.
Oh.
37 years old. He's accused of animal cruelty.
Did somebody sing it? Please tell me someone didn't see it like a Ring doorbell camera or something. Because that's the worst thing you want to wake up to. Like, is this guy humping that horse?
See, and the incident occurred Sunday night at a property. And so it's like it's at somebody's place.
What are you doing busting in on someone's mini horse?
I don't know why that makes it worse or better. I don't know if it's walking around and you find a wild horse and just decide, hey. You're lonely, I'm lonely.
Right. At least then maybe it was an accord. Like maybe the horse was feeling kind of randy too. But this seems like an attached horse already. You're cheating on it. Now the horse has to go back and tell it's. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's closing time.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's you and I get together.
Yeah, you tell the horse.
We won't tell anybody.
I'll meet you out back.
Yeah.
We'll go for a ride, as it were.
I'm lonely, you're lonely.
That's at least consensual horseness.
We're both drunk.
Yes, exactly. The horse is drunk on some, I don't know, ate some fermented oats.
Yeah.
That makes it terrible, but less terrible than this.
But the fact that it's somebody's property and
you're just driving up.
It's Sunday night. They're doing the dishes, just putting things away.
They just got done with family movie night.
Getting ready, getting lunches ready for the next morning.
And doing their meal prep.
Look out over the sink through the kitchen window. It's like, what is this now?
What's going on out here? Yikes. So that guy needs to go away. And finally, the Mike and Molson Too Good for Radio podcast. I know we're in the nude year, but looking back, over in the Netherlands, they have a contest called the Worst Slogan Contest. So every year, the jury from sletjeslogans.nl create a short list of 10 contenders from which the public could choose their favorite or least favorite of the worst advertising slogans of 2023. So I will give you what came in at third place, which I think should have been the winner. But nonetheless, it finished third. This is a cat specialty business for cats, the number 4, and then cats, with their slogan of everything for stuffing your pussy.
Oh, jeez.
That just seems pretty terrible. The second place one.
And that's the kind of business owner who would say, "What? It just means cat. Shut up."
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's not what you were going for.
You know what you're doing for cats with everything for stuffing your pussy. Number 2 went to a company that specializes in sewing machines. Their slogan was "Have a nice day," NAAI''S, using the Dutch word meaning sew. However, the word was meant to be used as a homonym to the English word nice, but they're saying have a nice. They don't like that.
Working too hard.
Yeah, working too hard. And the winner from the bicycle rental company Toot Toot, which I love, is put the fun between your legs. They received 21% of the votes cast in the annual contest. The winner will receive a commemorative title decorated in the blue style adorned with the company name and their slogan. Some of the other ones there was a alcohol place called that used the slogan "We whiskey you a sherry Christmas," which not real great. And there were some other ones as well. Don't fear a craptastrophe, which was one for a diapers company. So the list goes on and on. But there you go. The worst one, though, was I still think the stuffing your everything for stuffing your pussy.
There's a lot of do-it-yourself marketing going on out there. You probably ought to hire a professional. If you need one, you can reach me.
Yes, exactly. Go ahead. And she'll like it too.
Right.
Much like Nugenics.
There you go. See, there's a slogan. That's a slogan.
Yes, that one does all the heavy lifting for you. Thank you very much, Big Hurt. And once again, Happy Nude Year.
Happy Nude Year.